What? Nah. Impossible. Isn't it nice when things work? I wouldn't know. Hey, how's things? I think they're working. Work, 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 work it, work it, work it, work it, work, work, work it, work it, work, work, working, working, work, 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 like a working work. Working man. Like a working Megan, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Yep, 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 yep. It's thick. It's big and thick. And long and hard. And throbbing. Yep. Yep, the snow piles are... They've shrank. But now they're the size of larger than usual snow piles. And they're solid wet snow. You know, that super wet snow, you step on it and it just goes... That's about all it compacts down. Because the rain has been raining on it and packing it down. So basically we have giant icebergs. I mean, there's still a pretty thick blanket of snow. It's almost a foot thick still. So there's still snow everywhere, but like at the ends of the driveways where it really mounds up alongside the road. Yep, those are icebergs. Blocks, they're the size of a car. Big, 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 big. They're not that bad. They're getting better, but still, they're solid. It looks like they're just gonna melt away, but no. I was out there. I was in the thick of it. Only three of us came back, but only one of us went out, so that was kind of strange. Good morning. So, what are you up to today? Yeah, except it's supposed to be staying warm enough that they won't. So there's that. Ah, okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so that I don't need to run and do that. That is nice. So what's on the docket for today? Ooh, that's what we're getting into, aren't we? What are my plans for the day? Because we're kind of getting to the crux of things. Okay, we're not going to do those. And we're not going to do those. Let's cross off this. Okay, give me like 3 minutes and we will have the plans. They will have been findified. Errand. Oh, that. Okay, almost got him. Right, that one, then that one. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. You know today's going fast. Mm. You like chocolate? Cashew butter and pure vanilla bean filled chocolate. Why'd you buy that? Yeah. Cashew butter and vanilla bean filled chocolate. I actually did a wide eye buy that on this one. This is the second time I bought it. I remember it was pretty good. I mean, I bought it because it's good. It's got all this, like, weird, confusing stuff on it. And so it's like, and it's in a paper thinger, but it's printed, not like paper thinger where it was handwritten. I mean, the product itself doesn't make me feel any particular way. But the chocolate is a good trade-off. Here's what it looks like inside. Like a sandwich cookie thing. It's kind of like a really big Andes mint. Ooh, peppermint patties are good. With the dark chocolate. That's not loud enough. We're 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 dancing at the dance club. I'm the one who got bought. So catchy. It's a catchy tuna. Sorry, I hope I didn't blast your speakers away. Because I'm grooving out. So overwhelmed, Colette. Nope, definitely not real instruments. But I've been fighting against that. Now, with a grain of salt. Hear me out. Sometimes, okay, so sometimes it's best to buy the cheapest thing, and sometimes it's best to pay a little more. Like, if you're gonna buy shoes, because they last so long, or I mean, you use them so long that you might as well get some good ones because it's a better investment in the long run. And you're gonna be, I mean, they're shoes, and they might be running shoes, so you might be in it for the long run. We're gonna write that one down because I ain't got many jokes this week. Invest in good running shoes if you plan to be in it for the long run. Invest in good running shoes if you plan to be in it for the long run. Dish soap, you're right. You're right about that. Okay, so drill bits. For the most part, drilling out wood, I can get the 10-pack of cheap drill bits. And I have drill bits laying around. They break before they get dull. Metal, when I'm drilling metal, I'm going to buy the expensive 3-pack. Not the overpriced 1-pack. Because if I snap that thing off, I'm going to be going back to the store. But the expensive 3-pack, better than the cheap 10-pack. Just one example. Now, they had some taco seasoning that said low sodium. Now with less sodium, and I'm like, what? Why are you guys cheating me out of my metal? I like my sodium. Sodium's good metal. Give me my sodium. I want my salt. Lots of salt. So that takes us back to the sounds. Because I had this discussion with my digital instructor. Funny enough, he was the digital instructor of all things. And he didn't like my loud stereo system shaking the college. Understandable. Understandable. But he didn't like my loud stereo system at all. And he ridiculed the point that true sound is 1 watt at 1 meter. My argue? I don't care about true sound. I don't care about true instruments. I don't care about true levels. I care about what I like. Does it taste good to my ears? Loud, loud. It's a massage. It's a full body massage. Talking internal organs, sense of reality, grip, yeah, grip on space-time, no. Full body massage, internal organs, sense of reality, grip on space-time. The whole thing gets a rub down. Isn't that funny? Rub down? That's a funny term. Rub down. Yeah. Yep. Now, when we're talking about the fake things and, synthetic stuff, not natural, I like natural foods. They work better with my body. Because with the synthetic foods and stuff, it's too easy to get an overdose of something. To taste better too. Colette wins the internet. Cheers. As I drink plastic lemon balm synthetic substitute. Really want to get this piece of iolite done. It's turning out. I mean, it's got blueness to it. There is some blue in there. So if I keep working with it, we're going to have a really... This thing's going to be gorge, Colette. If I take my time on this, it's going to be gorgeous. It was going to be split into 2 pieces. 2 decent sized pieces. I mean, look at the size of that. That could be a heck of a gem. But look at the size of that. If I can get that pretty close to that size, that could be a crown piece. I mean, somewhere in there. Didn't get to work with the ruby yet. Still craggly. But look at it. It's so ruby. I'm excited. It's 2 pieces, Colette. It's 2 pieces. Can you see how one of them's like this? This is red, and this is kind of dark. And then I roll it over. And this darker piece is actually pretty red, too. See? Yeah. Craggy and crappy looking. But look at that sparkle. That sparkle means it's hard enough to polish. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. Might not be. Might not be. But it might be. It's like a scratch lottery ticket where two of the things match. We just gotta scratch off the third one and see. That's a moonstone. I should do this before the snow melts. Got this piece of citrine. This is the other half of the stone from last week. I'll get to that. And I keep trying to do a piece of tanzanite. Tanzanite and iolite. Both of them I haven't featured in forever. Another iolite. Here's a piece of chrome tourmaline I haven't touched in 4 years. It's black, but it's green inside. I can see the green. But there's two pieces. It's got a big old crack right down the middle. Right down there. Oh well. Maybe I'll split it, maybe I won't. Okay. Hmm. So we were talking about plans. I need to finish planning out this container. And the container. Then I should do the 20-minute set and the sitcom. Which the 20-minute set, that's just sitting down and reducing my jokes. So that should be easy and fun. The sitcom's a little different, so that should be hard and fun. The air freshener, that's actually on hold right now because I'm going to work on that with Joe Pants. We're going to prototype this weekend. Either tomorrow or the next day. I don't remember. Yeah, it just says weekend. So really, Oh, let's see how we're doing, Colette, because before we pick up this container, FML. Yep. I do like this though. I like this, Colette, because this is monitoring. It's depressing now, but that's part of the game. It's not all wins. There's losses. Little picture on screen is YouTube put a thing. Says live chat covers most of you up. What do you mean your little picture? Can you take a screenshot of it and text it to me? Because I would like to know. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, nobody wants to see that anyway. Actually, everybody wants to see it, right? I'm trying to work on more, you gotta sell yourself, you know? I'm gonna do that. I mean, have you seen how handsome I've been looking lately? We gotta fix this, Colette. This is a problem. People need to see my face. They need to see what I look like. They need that smile in their life. This is called accountability, Colette. Let's go through. Okay, so here's a schedule that I set this week, and that was before the leaky pipe. Oh, really? Well, for crying out loud. You know what we're gonna do? YouTube. We'll do it our way. Bloomp, bloomp, bloomp. Bloop. It looks weird over there. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. It feels left. Is that right? Or is that left? Is it working? Boom. Put it top right. I was thinking about that. The problem then is I'm looking up and not down. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move myself up a little. I mean, that feels better internally. That's perfect. I love that. Okay, I can do this. Hold on. I can do this. This is called geographic mapping. There. There. Okay. Now, as of now, now that I'm saying now a whole bunch, how is it now? Speaking of things, put it on top of the picture. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that. Could be on top of the picture, but the picture doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the live chat thing, right? What's weird is it's the way that I have my camera set up, and then I'm looking at the screen, and that's how I'm looking at it. And then when I look at the camera, I'm looking at you, and then back to the screen, and it just feels more like a mirror. When it's over there, and it's not flipped, it's natural. It feels unnatural. It's weird. Hey, so here's for that water incident, which is almost 2 weeks now. It's Monday and another most of a week. This was the to-do list for the week. 5 carat to one side. Film 1 joke clip. Add 1 video that goes with it. Air freshener test. Air freshener new schematic. Container quote. Restaurant gem. Write 1 episode and consolidate 20-minute set. Now, the water really set me back. Having to do all that, getting to do all that. Yeah. But I did actually make a little bit of progress on each of those. I didn't get the clip filmed because I want a nice blue sky. It's been nothing but gray since it started snowing. So 2 weeks of gray have not helped. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I keep thinking, like doing a background or something, like adjusting my webcam so I look more like a normal person. And then I could set up all my rocks in the background and that kind of crap. I could get one of those big banners or whatever, People do it. you know, there's a reason they do it that way. I'm different. And my differentness is not necessarily successful yet. I'm stuck in a matrix. It's a VR chamber. Now hold on. We're actually going to make this point. And then we'll come back for a consolidation of the 20-minute set. I hope that at the very least, it will be productive in putting you to sleep if you need more rest. Excuse me. Water? What about water? What are we doing? Was I talking about water? Water? Low cost? Oh, the studio? Yeah. I ain't got the kind of money to just be throwing into a YouTube studio. But the thing is, it's not like it's not like it's about money or anything like that either. Before the water thing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. The water thing. Water thing. The VR chamber? Yeah, I'm lost. Cause I am like what direction am I going with it? What personality am I taking on? What character? It is, I mean, it's like be yourself. This is me. Bland, flavorless, unprogrammed. Option bot. Jake 1000. Water. Water thing. Yep, I got you. So I was getting ready to do all those things on that list, that to-do list, you know? Yeah, that, you said, yeah, okay. And then, so I'm getting ready to do things on the list, and I get a nice little, you know, I was actually getting ready to call people, had my soda pop, and my phone goes ring, and I go, oh, hello? Hey, where's the water shut off? So that made for a fun week. I finished up on Saturday. That was Monday. Finished on Saturday. I will say, though, I met some really nice people. Got to know them a little better. Colette. Colette. Speaking of nice people, there's one family, and they made me some chicken and something or other, and it had like pineapple in it. And then this other family one night they gave me a bowl of chili spaghetti, and then the next night steak, fried potatoes, and asparaguses. I mean, really? 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 Wow. Wow. That is just wow, you know? Yeah, we already did that, and then we did a mean burn right back to here and slept. Okay, so yeah, anyways, that was an emergency, and it was a heater pipe that had burst. So, yeah, that was the thing. I'm so tempted to just like wear this thing because it talks to me. Oh, we're still loaded down with like... No, I thought I had all those fishing batteries. Nope, just a bunch of guns. Alright, so let's go look at this VR chamber I was talking about. We'll have to come back there. Right here. Basically. This is what I am inside of. Without the lights. I need the lights, Colette. That'll make it a little more VR. And more blue lighting and less yellow lighting. Or something like that. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, man. 4-second delay. That's not bad. So, Colette, what do you think about the 20-minute set? I mean, this is a joke. 20-minute set. Are you fucking kidding me? I went to do a 5-minute set the other night, you know? And dude's like, hey, we need to drag out the show a little bit because we got some people coming a little late. Can you do 10 minutes instead? I'm like, dude, I already have at least 8 minutes of new stuff. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna have to cut out just to do the 5-minute set. No problem. I did too. I went up there, I did all 8 minutes of the new stuff, and then I even threw in a couple of minutes of some other stuff where I was talking about the adult diapers and donuts. Yeah, so anyways, this is basically what I was going with in terms of the environment that I'm in. Everybody's in the same environment, you know? It's all like, camera down, welcome to the world. And I'm like, nah, I'm in VR zone. Hey, now you can see the bullets. That's way better. Yes. Yes. We had to come into this lab and get a suit. Like this. This suit. And then we had to test it. Now, there's 2 stealth test areas. Stealth test area 1, which is where we did the test. Stealth test area 2, which is the VR chamber. Now, inside here, we didn't actually have to do anything. But this axe existed in reality here. And so we got a special weapon and a note. If I can find it. VR simulation note. With my dying breath, I write that I hate the VR simulation so much. It has killed us, now I will kill it. So, that. Okay, where were we? Oh, we were gonna do some stuff. Oh, the doggy gun. That's what it is. So we have this doggy gun, right? Oh, I don't have it anymore. Okay, I must have put it away. It's alright, we need to go here anyways. So, let's go get the doggy gun. Okay. So this thing has a couple of upgrades. Right now it shoots 357 Magnum. I think... Oh yeah, I can't do it yet. Hollow tape. Okay.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir.
Okay, now... Oh, I must have to buy them. That's bogus.
Might I be of service, sir?
Probably not.
Very good, sir. Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir. If I might suggest a table wine, the 64 Atomic Claret is a lovely little vintage.
Yeah. You gotta buy them. Ah, it shoots faster. I think this makes it shoot bigger bullets. Pretty sure. Okay, 6,400, huh? Oh, Colette, I got a thingy. I bought it for you.
Might I be of service, sir?
Let's get our money back.
Very good. A thingy? Yes. So not only do I have... Okay, so look at the picture of the doggy on the gun. Shoot. Nice little Rottweiler doggy. And about to change into a pit bull. Nope. I thought it was. Guess not. There we go. But we lost the upgrades. Hear the bark? Now it's an angry pit bull. The wolf gun. And then you pull it out and he's like, okay. And he whines. And then
Might I be of service, sir?
okay, did we get the upgrades?
Very.
Yeah, we got our money back. Okay. So before we upgrade it, we'll save. There. But can we mod it? No, we can't. It is what it is. Still. Neat. Okay, so that was one of the things, Colette. And the other thing, now I will admit, it's not exactly a flamethrower. Okay? It's not exactly a flamethrower. It's more of a flames thrower. It's a grenade machine gun. And unfortunately, I only have 19 grenades. That's ridiculous. But,
The Cazador Preserve and the Night Stalker splicing facilities are strangely quiet. Too quiet.
let's go find something to shoot. Which, speaking of which, we actually should take care of this strapping young gentleman right here before he becomes a problem. Ooh, I thought there was a charge time. Whoops. Oh, fudgicles. He became a problem. I thought you'd charge it up. How did that miss him? Yeah, we're just going this old-fashioned route. Didn't work either. I'd say that's as old-fashioned as any. Okay. Yes, grenade machine gun, and we're... You know what, we're just gonna shoot this guy with it. Done. We'll get more bullets for it, no worries. Haha. Oh, there he is. Okay. I lost him, but I got it. They're quick. Ooh, these guys are not nice. These are the not nice guys. That's why we have the compliance regulator. Just because of these guys. Let's see. I can carry 210 pounds total. So, if you consider my apparel, it's 1 pound for the beret. It says WG, that's 8 pounds. It's the damage threshold, or it blocks 15 points of damage, and it weighs 8 pounds. The glasses don't weigh anything. I haul this radiation suit around that weighs 5 pounds for the whole game. So that takes 5 pounds off of there. Now, if we go over here, and yeah, we're getting complicated. And we go into this, we've got strength. The higher this number, the more we can carry. So the higher that number, the higher this number. And from there, most of what weighs things, like this, most of this stuff doesn't weigh much, a pound or two. Most of what weighs things is like the grenade machine gun weighs 15 pounds. So it's like carrying 2 gallons of milk. Yeah, 200 pounds is a lot. I mean, it should be like 50 pounds, you know? Compliance regulator weighs 3 pounds. That's a pretty heavy pistol, really. If you think about it, 3 pounds is a lot. For a little electronic gun, it should probably weigh about half a pound. So if you consider all of that, but I mean a grenade machine gun, it should weigh about 15 pounds. I can believe that. I guess if it's pretty lightweight, it's got some composite. You know, mostly what's gonna weigh weight is gonna be the grenades. I mean, they're gonna weigh like a quarter pound a piece, probably, or something like that. You get, you know, brass casing. I'm not sure what the powder would weigh. But the grenade itself, that's probably mostly metal. So yeah, that's probably going to be at least a quarter pound per grenade. So if you've got 100 grenades, that's going to be 25 pounds. That's one of the nice things about this setting, Colette, is the ammo doesn't weigh anything. It's kind of a cheat to the whole weight system thing, but not exactly. It's better than, you know, just carrying the entire world with you. But if you turn on the hardcore mode, ammo does weigh. So you gotta watch how much ammo you carry around. It'll weigh you down. We'd have to carry about half as many guns and about half as much ammo. Innovative toxins plant. Okay, let's do this and then let's go through some jokes. I got so many jokes, Colette, it's so annoying. Thank you for spending time with me. Anytime you need something, you let me know. Corrosive glove. So in this version of this like extra world, let's see here, this is a different map. This is called downloadable content, or DLC, downloadable content. So this extra map was a download, and so we teleported here. And there's a few extra weapons like that axe. In this version, there's a thing called a scientist's glove. It's weird. It's like a punching glove. It's like a boxing glove. Anyways, occasionally there are special versions of weapons. Like, take for example, the laser pistol. Standard laser pistol. Now we have a special version of the laser pistol. Remember all those star bottle caps that we got? The star bottle caps got us a very special version of the laser pistol. It's got things on top of it. Check this out. Yeah. It's a lot more powerful. Shoots 5 bullets at once. It's ridiculous. So there's special versions of weapons, and right now we found a special version of the scientist glove called the corrosive glove. We'll never use it, but we found it. Okay, they're using Tesla cannons for some reason. Nobody does that. Criticals right off. Let's go. Except for that guy. You need to stop. Look at that guy. Didn't want to give up. He kept shooting at me. Did you see that? The nerve. The nerve, or the lack of nerve, because he's a skeleton. So here's the deal with these suits, is that these suits were designed to take over if a soldier died suit would walk them back to base. Except they also program them to continue fighting after the corpse died. And so now they are continuing to fight after the people inside them died. I don't know what to get. Yeah, I think we'll just make our explosions bigger. That'll work for now. More explosions. Yeah, it's creepy. These guys were using some big guns. Do you see that? The Gauss rifle? That thing's high power. And that Tesla cannon? That thing's high power. Gauss rifle, another Gauss rifle. A Gatling laser? That's like a Gatling gun, but a laser. What do we got? 2 more Teslas? Oh, we can repair our Gauss rifle. It's my favorite sniper rifle. Does 154 damage. The alien blaster only does 100. Critical acid damage. We'll try out that Gatling laser, huh? The compliance regulator needs to be fixed. So, we totally came inside here. That happened alright. And there was all them guys in here. And they were like, hey, coming at you, bro. Chemical suits. Got word today there was chemical leak at Sierra Madre. Ah, this is a casino we're going to. The Sierra Madre, you'll hear about that. Sinclair, the owner of the Sierra Madre, on the phone asked for more help from the think tank. executives. They're sending him the prototype chemical suits to protect the villa workers. Looks like they're following up on an experiment with another experiment. The whole process creeps me out. Talk about creepy. And the way they're monitoring the Sierra Madre villa and examining the results, I don't think Sinclair even knows what he's really paid for. To be guineas like the little Yangtze Chinese. Maybe it'd be merciful if war did break out, put an end to this chain of horrors. Oh yeah, there's an experiment center here. It's like a concentration camp. It's disturbing. Wow. A whole bunch of stuff back here. Bullets, I guess. Nothing special, but still. Easter eggs are Easter eggs. I mean, really, the tree in here was that corrosive glove. Oh, yeah. Oh. Crash Motron. I was gonna try out that Gatling laser. See if we actually made it outside, or if the file quit before that. Kind of like to look at that ruby under the microscope before I cut it. Ooh, we did make it outside, alright. It's valid. Saturnite alloy research. That took forever. Not sure if there's anything in here. Might just be a decoration. Oh, there's a whole mine? I thought this was just a little building in a factory. Wow. There's a lot to unpack here. Wow, look at that. Fork field. We can handle that. Wow.
You must be bloody stupid if you can't hide from me. My God.
Oh wow, that was a special one. He had a name. Yep, that's the mine. Sucking molten lava right out of the ground.
I know what to do if I...
I don't know if we can get down there or not. Or, well, back up out of there or not, but pretty sure that helmet's not worth anything. Well, that was a thing. I know that if I go down there, we die. Oops. Yeah, it's just a regular hat. Ah. Lava. Yeah, this place was mostly just a decoration. But it's neat. They're mining out the Saturnite. Dip it right out of the ground, smash it up a little bit. You got yourself some bullets. Aw, not again. One more try. Then I'm gonna grab caramel and a refill. Yes, one chocolate to another chocolate. Because chocolate. Oh, schnitzel. Schnitzel bars. Here's my thinger. Lots of them, and they're coming. I want to see them.
Rant. See how I abstract my rage, think tank? I hold you in such disdain, I generalize my hatred for you!
This and his thing. The big bug computer again. Oh, he's so funny. I love that guy. You're gonna love Dr. Mobius. He's so cool. He's a good guy. Whoops. Now we're overloaded with stuff. Didn't realize that was a thing. Okay, anyways, we made it out of the thing. We tried out the grenade shooter. We got some bullets. And we explored a little bit. Actually, I think I've been up here before. Two plus two equals, forbidden. 'Cause my zone is forbidden to you. Anyways, I'm gonna get a refill and a caramel, and then we'll do some jokes. In about, like, 3 minutes. Okay. So the idea with the air freshener is that's gonna happen this weekend. We're gonna work out some prototyping details. Hmm. Thinking about the air freshener, even though I shouldn't be. Okay, so that's gonna happen over the weekend, which means we can focus on the 20-minute set. So, what should I joke about, Colette? Anything in particular? Food? Okay. The problem with me joking about food is that I'm a thin person. And I do have a lot of good food jokes. Okay. $1,000 jokes. I got so much in this file, it's like, it's annoying. And I think what I'm going to do is get rid of some of the set lists and just start with all my jokes. And then I'll go with the categories. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Colette. Tell me something that upsets you. Yeah. Something that makes you angry. I'm gonna make jokes about it. I'm gonna roast it. I was talking to this other comedian, you know, he's like, he's like, saying something, and I was like, you know, I am gonna roast you so hard when I remember your name. And he's like, oh, that was so frustrating. He's like, that hurts. That hurts, man. That hurts. So I was like, yeah, well, you know, I don't do roast jokes. I don't punch down. It always feels like I'm punching down. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I mean, you know, just starting off. I'm smarter, handsomer, dick's bigger, and I come more, drive faster, nicer to old ladies, button my shirt faster. And he's like, wait. Nobody's nicer to me than me to old ladies. Uh, mm, government. You got a problem with government, you got a problem with yourself. Because that's why government exists. We're too nice. We're too nice to tell other people what to do. We hire the government to do it for us. But there's somebody else that's like, oh, well, we'll make it happen. People are like, all right, do it for me. And then you have government. And then you have government. It turns around and they're like, oh, we're the nice government. And then you have other governments that were like, we're the mean government. And on one side, they're like, we're not going to lie to you. We'll lie to you about lying to you. And the other side's like, we're going to lie to you. We're going to tell you the truth about lying to you. And really what it comes down to is that there's some journalist out there who says, there's a problem. And then some politician says, I can fix it, vote for me. And then you go to the store, or, you know, kids these days, they don't go to the store. You go to buy something online, and you're like, oh, I can afford that. You put it in your cart, and then you go to checkout, and you got shipping, and that's all covered. And then you got sales tax, and you're like, what? Cheaters. That's the government. Well, the government's a business, Colette. I mean, they don't do things for free. So if you're going to have the government do something for you, you got to pay. But I'm not a rich person. I do everything myself. Oh, I should not be eating those caramels. Oh, that's a freaking sugar overload. Ugh. I'm crashing out. I just ate a couple of caramels and some chocolate, and now I'm tired. Which I do need to get some sleep, but to tell other people what to do. If it was just you, you wouldn't need government. But you know, if it's you and one other person, then you come up with an agreement, and the agreement is the government. And that's what we used to have. It was called the Bill of Rights or some shit. Or Magna Carta. That was a thing. But it's it's an agreement. It's a basic idea. You don't touch my stuff. I don't touch your stuff. And I mean, I make agreements regularly. All the time. All the time. In business, you know, where there's money involved and it works. But when you got a third person, because let's say it's just the two of you, you got the thing, and you'll have arguments. I mean, it's not always going to work out. It's like, oh, you said this, but you can work things out. But then when you got a third person who's being the government, there's a chance that they might take something. I mean, and that on top of it, it's like, you know, when there's more squabbles, it's like, who's at fault? So it's easier to hide something. Because then one person's upset and they don't know which person to blame. Speaking of crashing out, I'm going to do some push-ups and some sit-ups so I can get the sugar flowing instead of sitting. How's it going, Albert? We just ate some caramels. Let's get the energy going so we can get a little bit of this done. Okay. Let's see, these are topics. Move those over to the notes. Oh, I got a lot of notes. Can't believe I took so many notes about comedy. Let's see, persona. Um, See, somebody said Jacob has a very likable persona, easy to laugh at without feeling pity for him. Great character. Write a sitcom with the main character struggling through life in Iowa. I like these. Struggling through life and using Taekwondo as a way to help with the struggling. How's it going, Albert? We are trying to organize my joke notes. Let's see if I can highlight these. Maybe I can show you guys what I'm working on. I'll work it, I'll work it. Boop, bump. Boop. Bump. Where's it at? Anywhere? Maybe it's not the right size. See if we can do this. Ooh, that's way big. Alrighty. Ah. Had to change the capture style. So, yeah. It's not really the easiest thing to look at. Let's see if I can zoom in a little. There you go. Alright, these are just character personas. So, temporary employee with name tag. I could be a temporary employee. My name is Jacob. Point to the tag. In case you can't read, this is my name. I have to say that because most of my managers can't read. Yeah, that joke needs adjustment, but it's there. But I don't like it. Oh yeah, this was a note. You could do other voices. So if I was doing the temporary employee voice or the pizza guy voice, I could also have the manager voice, the company owner voice, the customer voice. If a joke doesn't work for me, give it to one of the other alter egos. This is Rodney Dangerfield stuff that relates to that persona. No days off. Make yourself memorable. Add a tick, gesture, or slogan. Frustrated TikToker, that's not gonna go over if you're successful. Yeah, use your facial expressions. Okay, so we'll cut that, put it over here in the notes. Nothing else there. Is it winter where you live? Okay, let's do the math on that, Colette. Starts with an L. It's Latvia in Europe, which is in the northern hemisphere, which means that this time of year it is winter time, technically. Let's see, hosting. Well, yeah, you gotta promote, of course. Let's see, a bond. No grabbing, no lawyers, just good comedy. Comedians. Please welcome person. First one up is blank. Who does blank? So please welcome blank. You may know the next comedian from blank. Thank you, etc. Okay, that's hosting. Yeah. I could just do that as a column. Oh, these are crowd work questions. Oh, okay, I remember. This is from a Gladys's show. So this is just notes. Yeah, and those were good things. Those went over well. I'm gonna label it though. Because I hosted one of the Gladys Simon online shows. And I introduced people. I was like, this next comedian is sweeter than the center of a cinnamon roll. This next comedian leaves me more tickled than Elmo. This next comedian is better than a Zoom mic full of pet cats. More joy than a bake sale. Better than the contents of the bottom of a bag of Cheetos. Eastern Europe, which is like close to Asia. Asia is a big place. Yup, 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 yup. Yup, 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 yup. Okay, that is 62. 62, so that's everything. This must be the jokes that I did during that set. I can't believe that was over a year ago. I mean, last year doesn't even exist. How did that happen? There was so much stuff that happened in 2022 and so not much stuff that happened in 2023. I know I'm making this a bigger thing than it needs to be. I'm just trying to find a place to put a few shovels in the shed. I don't need to go through the entire chemicals shelf. But the chemicals shelf needs to be gone through. You gotta have an organized engine care facility, otherwise you'll lose care for your engines themselves. Same thing with this comedy thing. I did kind of let it get overwhelming. And I was like, I need to step back and just work on the quality of the comedy. Because I was watching back my sets from 2 years ago when I first started. And I got good one-liners. But in terms of the brow of performance art that has to be incorporated with modern stand-up, I was lacking. I was fresh on stage that first year. That's why I was glad to go down to the jukebox. Because around here, it's like, oh, you're just another one of the locals. Get in line. And we didn't have an actual dedicated comedy club. We were just doing it at, theaters and crap like that, bars and whatever. So it's hard to get the real feel. I was at an actual comedy club, getting the feel of an actual comedy club around people that don't know me. And people, like, they know if you just drove 100 miles to do an open mic, they know that you're dedicated. It's not like get in the back of the line. It's show me what you got. And so I did that. And it was nitrous oxide. I mean, it really gave me a boost forward. And I haven't been back in over a year. Because we've been having mics around here. We had the Skylark mics. Those were really good practice. I actually grew quite a bit doing the Skylark open mics. That was pretty nice. But that was only every other week. I did every Wednesday last year and every other Wednesday this year. So I got in like 35 mics last year and like 17 this year. In terms of that. But on top of that, I mean, even though I had less mics, I still made lots of progress. I mean, I did a mic Tuesday and another one last night. I did great. I even broke out of my set, came back to it, riffed, crowd worked, talked to people. It's a talent that I'm growing. Oh, jokes. Jokes. $3,173 as of 1/14/2024. And let's see here. Where's the other one? Where's this one? Yeah, that would put us in at extra 21 plus whatever's in Hangouts. So 3,194 plus Hangouts. Give or take. Give or take. Some of them are like 3 punches in one line. And some of them are like 2 setups and a punch. So we'll just say we're up around 3,000 jokes. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, wait, you guys can't see it. Hmm. Well, alright, so the 3,000 jokes, right? Actually, let's check, because it's that's January of this year. May of last year, we had 2,300. So I have added 800 jokes in 1 year. Which is about right, isn't it? Dang. I write about 2 jokes a day. Not bad. Not bad. For not trying. I do not try to write jokes. I do not sit down and be like, I mean, I have a couple of times before. Sometimes I just, doing something. Like I told Colette earlier, pick a topic, I'll write a joke. And I riffed about government. Oh, I should have wrote that down, huh? There wasn't anything good there, though. Mostly, we're not trying to pick the best. Latvia, yeah, it comes close enough. It's like Latvija, Latvia, Latvija. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same, but without the J, but, it's close enough. But it's about as close as the ocean water. Get it? Because close to yeah. So I've got all these notes. Very different. Ah. Okay. We enunciate the J, Very different. It's actually just exactly the same, but you use your hand with your pinky out. So it's fancier. Fancier. Classier. How is life in America now? It's on the up and up, brother. It's on the up and up. That's right. It's on the up and up because spring is around the corner. Yep, I'm not letting the depression get me. I have things to look forward to. And one of them is doing stand-up. Here's the thing, though. Albert Meister 9000. When I started doing the stand-up, it was really just because I have these jokes. I think of the jokes. They make me laugh. I write them down. Now I have a collection. So it was this stream coming in. And I just started harvesting it. That's the work. It's picking it. Now here's the real work. It's polishing it. That's what we're doing now. The idea behind polishing it. So let's take it for example, the gems, right? I cut the gemstones. I get the gems. Let's say that I just so happen to, and we could just imagine that I happen to have a mine where I can get a lot of gems. So I'm mining these gems that, or let's say I dig my garden up every year, and every year I dig my garden up and these gems show up. So instead of throwing them aside, I started collecting them, and now I have them. But what do I do with the gems, the jokes? So I have this collection of joke gems, and we'll polish it up. Let's say, for example, we take what we're doing now, we polish these jokes up. I polish the gems up. I put them in a case, a nice big fancy case. So I got the jokes all polished up, written great, word for word. Snappy, poppy, great, ready to go. Where? Go where? What are we doing with them? What are we doing with the gems? What are we doing with the jokes? So the gems, we could mount them in jewelry. We could put them on a shelf. We could put them in a crown. We could put them on a jewelry box, like actually mount them on the box. There's a lot of things we could do with the gems. Same thing with the jokes. What are we going to do with the jokes? We're going to get in our car and drive on down to some place and go stand up in front of the microphone and go tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? And then we'll tell our jokes to people and they'll laugh, right? They'll enjoy them. Or another thing we could do, because we put the gems in a necklace, people enjoy it. We put the gems on a ring, people enjoy it. We put the gems on the jewelry box, people enjoy it. So that telling the jokes to the microphone, that's one way. Recording them and putting them on social media, that's another way. So that kind of comes back to what am I doing? Is preparing these for presentation. Now, what type of presentation? We'll get a little bit more specific into that. Have I decided? Are we making a ring? Are we making a bracelet? So I'm doing two things. No, I'm not combining a ring and a bracelet into what I call a racelet. Just sounds nice. Sounds edgy. What I want to do is two things. I want to put together a 20-minute comedy set, good stuff. Some of my best jokes, my best stuff. And the other thing is I want to have some ready to go stuff that I can record and then put on social media. So we're going to take these 3,100 jokes and reduce them down over the next few streams in between New Vegas. That's the goal. That's the goal. I heard a lot of weird stuff in American news. American news, the news is 95% fake. If you don't watch the news, it's much better. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay, so I got my piece. News media. It's one word. News media is a big market. So here's the way that the news works. There's a problem, but it's okay. Here's what we're doing about it. And so you look at the news and you say, oh, okay. And then the next headline, okay. And you're going through this roller coaster. Okay. That's how it works. It's all off the dope. Dopamine, brother. Let me give you an example. What was the headline? How did it read? Electric car driver recounts nightmare during cold storm. Or during ice storm. Yeah. Electric vehicle driver recounts nightmare during ice storm. So, nightmare. Let's think about this, brother. So, Albert, I told you electric vehicle driver recounts nightmare during ice storm. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think that story's about? I'm going to give you two examples. My first impression, that story's about someone who's driving an electric vehicle having car problems during the ice storm. But what is the headline actually saying? The person who is driving an electric vehicle or owns an electric vehicle was like, shh, oh, I'm having a nightmare. I don't care about them sleeping and having a nightmare. I'm sorry you had a nightmare. Drink a glass of warm milk. Go back to bed. Battery fire. Yeah, but it didn't say that, Colette. It said a nightmare. They were sleeping in their car and they had a nightmare. It didn't say battery fire. Did it? You gotta click to find out. More at 9. Stay tuned after these messages. And tune in for more at 6. Turn to page A8. Warm milk, not worm. No, you heat up some milk and it helps you sleep better. It's an old trick. I don't recommend it. I don't drink warm milk to sleep. It's actually a way to get babies to go back to bed. It's how you get babies to go back to sleep. So have yourself some warm milk and go back to bed. It didn't say battery fire. It said nightmare. They were sleeping. And they're frightened. Oh no. Their antidepressants didn't agree with their GMO food. So that's how the news works. I'll tell you one thing and get you to listen and wait. And there's a lot of that on YouTube. It's just a little more obvious. The gaslighting is just a little more obvious on YouTube. it's like, or even on Facebook, they'll be like, most kids don't know, and it's like, what do you mean, most kids? Is that your opinion? Probably. So, sounded like it. It probably did. And, maybe that's a good thing. I mean, who knows? I didn't know worms had nipples. Uh, Suddenly, images of worms with nipple rings and what do they call them? Pasties. Do do do. Losing time. It's going by fast. Stress. My fingernails are short. Actually, they're not. They're freaking stupid long. They grow all the time. And I think it's because I use them. They are grip. They are very grippy. Especially cutting the stones. Do. Put this thing in a black case. Really pops now. Love them cases. Blingle, 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 bling. I should probably put this one in a case. I am so excited. I can't wait to give this to the person I cut it for. I cut it for somebody for their birthday. And usually if I cut a stone with intentions, then it's like it goes together really well. When I cut a stone like that, it just comes together. Oh, yeah, experts don't know near as much as we think we do. And experts are usually on staff. No, I'm not saying to discredit or discount or disprove at all cost, but I am saying wary. Where? Step forth. Okay. Man, I got way too many jokes. What do you call a T-Rex who's also a dictator? A Tyrantosaurus. A Tyrantosaurus. What do you call a T-Rex who has a Twitter account? Who has a verified Twitter account? A Tyrantosaurus checks. No, that doesn't make sense. No. Scroll. Hold it longer than a fake smile at the bank. So hard to smile, depressing to go to the bank. Only time is when I have a tax check. Dust off my pimp coat to walk in there with that one. How do amoebas communicate with a cell phone? Anyways, yeah. Freaking, those have been reduced a few times. I've got joke reduxes, bit reduxes. That's why I need to clean this stuff up. Huggies, camo, leather. I thought I had more than that too. Yeah, this is probably one of my most organized page starts. So maybe we'll get to that. Yeah. I mean, as much as I like some of this stuff, and I can sell it. I can sell it. I mean, I can go up there and make it funny. I'm trying to do, like, that's why I have the goal of the 20-minute set, is so I don't get too distracted. Because, yeah, this is just way too easy. I've got, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can come, wait, did that say what I thought it said? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. You're not paying attention to that. Premature, okay. That makes it a medical term. That's my body wash joke. I gotta have my body wash joke in there. I guess. So, we'll just start with microphone intro. Underwear. Conversational Viagra. I mean, these are the ones that I remember. Red flags isn't that great. Pockets, red flags. Might do it though. Pockets, support kangaroo. Emotional support kangaroo. That's part of the pockets bit. Buried dating app. The thing is, I wanted to get some of this older stuff too, like the Spit Pants bit. Yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff. Except for the dressings. But the thing is, I don't want to have a 20-minute set. I want to have a 20-minute clean set. That stuff should be like the 30-minute extended cut. So that's what we'll have. And by the way, when I say like what are we doing, I don't expect to make this is the 20-minute set is the jewelry box. I don't expect to make any money on the jewelry box. It's gonna sit in the front window and advertise. It'll get me clips. I can put pictures. And it'll also be a fun thing that I can look back on. It'll also be ready to go if I need it. I'm always doing new stuff though. I, I was gonna do some old stuff, and I went there and I was gonna do 5 minutes, and I had 8 minutes of new stuff that I was excited about. Fire. And it only took 2 weeks to get it. That one was funny, but not funny. You really gotta sell it. It's a 50-50. You remember the dressings joke, Colette? You helped with that one. If you combine all... Okay, Albert, are you still here, man? Because I got a joke about salad dressings that you might get a kick out of. Also, Albert, I think Colette had a few different add-ons. We were talking about all the different types of dressing. We had Thousand Island dressing, Italian dressing, Russian dressing. Thousand Island, really? At what point should you just call it archipelago at dressing? There's a new joke for you. Let's write that one down. I mean, oh, I know that's pretty bad, but the best ones start out as bad ones, right? Where are we at? Okay. Thousand Island dressing. At what point do you call it archipelago dressing? Did I use that word right? A group of islands. That is that is a pretty stupid joke. Did I say that I'm learning French? Yes, you did. Can you play Stronghold? Yes, I will. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was like, what game was Albert talking about? Because I want to play that. Stronghold. We're gonna write it down. I love that. I'm posting that on Facebook. It is so destroyingly awful. That one's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But I really do like it. And Colette told me to joke about food. Ooh, I wonder if that's a thing. Archipelago dressing? That sounds fancy AF, bro. I searched archipelago dressing. First article is Wikipedia. Thousand Island dressing. Okay. Let's search the Wikipedia article. All right. Control F. R. Yeah. Oh, there's no archipelago word in Thousand. It's funny that it showed up. That's good stuff. I really, yeah. I like writing jokes. They cheer me up. Stronghold 1? How come? Why does it have to be Stronghold 1? It's that time. How come Stronghold 1 instead of Stronghold uh, other 1? Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do it first. Okay. Oh, okay, so I had lunch with my grandmother. Colette, are you still here? Because I want your opinion on this one. Albert, I appreciate your opinion too. This is just a note. So it was really icy because all the storms. And my sister says it was so icy out, the interstate was lined with bumpers. My grandma says, "Did you see any you liked?" I just cannot stop laughing about that. Because my sister was trying to be funny. She's like, "Yeah, it was so icy out, the interstate was just lined with bumpers." My grandma's like, "Did you see any you liked?" Why is that so funny? I mean, grandma is from the Depression, so it makes sense, but It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. That's good stuff. She can't hear, but she heard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my intro jokes, soft, fun topics, move to the real topics, then we'll get into dating, legal marijuana, food, another real topic, change it back to a soft topic, and then the outro, I'll have it. This is the thing about the outro. When people know you're finishing up, they're very thankful. They want to clap. So you don't want to have them clap too early. Otherwise, they clap right through what you're saying. And then they have to stop clapping. Some people keep clapping. Some people don't want to clap a second time. So the idea is to say thank you and keep going. Thank the venue. Talk about the rest of the things. Yeah, so I'll thank. If people clap, I'll keep going so they know to stop. For more info, etc., thank the venue. And then here's what I do, is I give them one more final joke, and then the people who clapped will clap again. Because they got a little bit more, It's well done. So, that's the idea. That's the short list. It's 23. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave that as sets. Roasting. Excuse me. Obvious gaslighting. Speaking about trying to write jokes. Obvious gaslighting. I was like, obvious gaslighting. Let's get an example. And then I was like, wiener dogs only eat wieners because that's how they got their name. But that's like, well, it could be true. But if I say wiener dogs only eat wieners because of the shape that they are, that just doesn't make sense at all. Except a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. It's like, you can't sell me on that one, brother. Unless you got a really good sales pitch. And that's comedy. Alright, I really do got to get started with the day. I'm glad we made progress with this. Let's try and make some progress with it later. Yeah, oh yeah, okay. That's going to be a thing. We'll reorganize these, but body washes. That was a good one. Maybe high heels. I don't know. It always does good, but it's not my favorite bit. See, these are organized. That's what I need to do. And this was all from over a year ago, so I need to do this with the last year's worth of topics. And that's what kind of takes, I don't know, it took like 8 hours of productivity to do. So, yeah. We'll do that one on the next stream. My dog looks like a wiener. You could dress him up like a chili cheese dog. Or dress him up like a corn dog with a little stick. I'm so glad you guys were able to come by. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys later on this evening.